There are two ladies, the names were mentioned, so you can announce the awards for them.
Oh, I think she.
Okay. Okay, let me do it. I will do on behalf of Miss Dr. Gwendolyn Battle. I wanted to announce there are two women leaders which have been awarded. Their names are Miss Kainat Kamal, Miss Madina Furkatavo, and Miss Amna Kamran. We have three people here. That's great. Congratulations to them. Let's move on. We will move on to our next.
Miss Dr. Naslia, can you please repeat their name?
Yeah, sure.
And send up their papers.
Yeah, it's Miss
Kainat,
Miss
yes.
Kainat Kamal, Miss Madina Furka Tova, and Miss Amna Kamran. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's move on. We will move on to our next guest, which is Miss Petrina Montrose. She is having she's having more than 6 years of experience in the criminal justice system. She has mentored high and medium risk service users, contributed to academic research, and delivered lectures on early childhood risk factors linked to youth antisocial behavior. Her expertise bridges forensic psychology and lived experience, shaping her advocacy against gender-based violence and ineffective anti-trafficking policies. Let's welcome Ms. Petrina Montrose.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi. I really don't know how to follow that. You were amazing. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome. It's such an amazing honor to be here amongst all you incredible women, and it's such an honor for you to have me here today. So I'm going to share my screen. If you just bear with me and show you my slides. So please, I'm not the world's best at technology, so your patience would be so. And there we go. Here we are. Okay. Can everybody see that?
Yes, ma'am, we can see it.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon.
It's some blur. Can you make it like, but if you can open the first page?
It seems to be opened here. Can you see it as I'm moving it?
Yeah, now it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Good. I'd like to start. So, healing and encourage emotional intelligence in a connected world. So this is a little bit of a different stance, as you may not know. I'm a survivor. I was sex trafficked at a very young age as a minor into prostitution, where I stayed for a very long time. So I want to talk to you today about my life, my work, but I want to introduce you just to some statistics. So in 2021, the International Labour Organization estimated that around 27.6 million people worldwide were victims of forced labor or sexual exploitation, as reported in the executive summary of the 2022 Global Estimates of Modern Slavery, Forced Labor and Forced Marriage. Now, according to 2024, the Global Report, 202,478 victims were identified globally between 2020 and 2023. So victims of human trafficking are often completely overlooked, remaining invisible in plain sight.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Can you check that what's an issue, because we cannot see your screen properly? It's like if you can share this tab instead. There should be a link, because we can just see one of the screen.
Is that better?
No, I think maybe you can try again, or maybe entire screen, or just one screen by sharing the tab of PDF.
Oh my goodness, sorry.
You can remove and you can try again.
Sorry, these are all my courses. Is that better?
Unfortunately, we cannot see here anything,
You can share with me.
It's gonna, yeah, it would be better.
Shall I just send them onto the chat? I
Yes.
don't know what, I'm so sorry. I do not know why it's not
Right,
sharing.
it's okay. You can share in the group. I'll definitely share with Zainab. Yes.
Okay, sorry. I don't know why. I have, but should we try one last time?
Yeah, you can fire from there. Just share screen, an entire screen, or maybe only one screen like that.
So, no, it doesn't seem to. It comes up, but it doesn't seem to. Yeah, okay. Hang on. Let's not give up.
Yeah.
Let's not give up. Right.
Yeah, now it's coming. Your screen is coming. Now you have to open the, yeah, now it's perfect.
You see, we never
Yeah.
ever give up. Can you see
Perfect.
it?
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to talk really fast now. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so victims of human trafficking are often completely overlooked, remaining invisible in plain sight in both the public and private sectors, as well as online. Now, this invisibility is worsened by the intersectional barriers, stereotypes and biases, and deep-rooted issues perpetuated by society and the media depictions of sex trafficking victims. So it's essential that we acknowledge these challenges and actively work to bring them into the light that victims may receive the support and justice they deserve. Now, I passionately believe in a world free from human trafficking. While this may not be achievable within my lifetime, I will do everything within my power to make a difference. This will be my legacy. My focus is to challenge societal perceptions, to raise awareness, and to fight to end the demand by speaking out against the oppression and cruelty that humankind inflicts on the most vulnerable in our society. Man's inhumanity never failed to shock me. Yet, as a victim of sex trafficking into prostitution, where I stayed for 15 years, I did not see myself as a victim. One consequences of prostitution is to feel valued and approved while being sexually violated in a context of feeling fundamentally powerless, helpless, and worthless. And my personal and my professional objectives transcend merely the recognition of my narrative, and nor am I victimizing myself in this either. Instead, I aim to inspire you, to empower you, to cultivate a profound conviction that change is possible. Now, with adequate support and validation, it is possible to transcend cycles of the life that I have lived and to reach and fulfill your potential. So my goal is to shift survivors and victims' perception of the world away from fear, abuse, and harm, and the notion of being sold should cease to be a desperate act of self-preservation when all other options are exhausted. No one's life should be measured by this act. Now, this narrative underscores my life story, and but it's about reclaiming a sense of purpose beyond my identity. Sexual servitude was a challenging journey. It was an arduous journey to reclaim my sense of self. It took me 15 years. I'm also a mother of 6 children, and my aspirations were always high, and I never lost my faith in humanity. So, despite having a very low probability of being a forensic psychologist, 50 years ago, with no formal education, from a very difficult, challenging background, as most people who are trafficked have come from, I decided that sexual servitude was not my destiny. And I found the motivation and purpose. And now I'm about to start my PhD. So let's discuss this in healing and courage. I was a mother of 6 children, so I had to decide to myself, how would I do this? So I studied mostly through the night, tirelessly and effortlessly, and driven by the desire to have the life that I knew that was destined for me, the purpose that God has given me, and that this was not going to be how my life was going to be written. Sexual servitude, this was not it. So now I work as an advocacy for very many things, but I wanted to put it into the context of healing and courage. not as opposing forces, but as interconnected powers that enable us to navigate a deeply connected world with emotional intelligence. Healing starts with small, honest moments in a connected world, when we often see in each other our own struggles. The abundance can either overwhelm us or anchor us in compassion. But healing doesn't mean ignoring pain. It involves a disciplined effort to return to ourselves with gentleness and clarity. Not just the obvious emotions, it's about holding space. It's about engaging in reflective listening practices when others share, deliberately avoid immediate counter-arguments, instead paraphrase their messages, seek clarification and validate our experiences. Intentionally pausing fosters safety and promotes an authentic interpersonal connections, and I urge you to really be present and to hold a safe space for others. Normalize vulnerability. Present personal struggles as avenues for growth rather than weakness. When leaders model vulnerability, it encourages others to bring their whole selves, turning transparency into a social tool for fostering trust. And boundaries with purpose. In our always connected world, presence is a valuable resource. Establish limits on your attention, such as with technology, and rather than creating barriers, boundaries serve as safeguards that conserve your energy, enabling more meaningful interactions. So I don't want to run out of time, so please tell me, but there's a very interesting book called Trauma and Recovery by Herman. It's a classical book, and it highlights that a woman's survivor is already devalued in society, leading her to discover that the most traumatic events occur outside the realm of socially validated reality. And as a result, her experience becomes unspeakable. It points that we must always face the inclination to discredit the victim or make her invisible. But we can, ladies, here today, through empowering one another, give each other this unconditional positive regard. It's a strong refuge that empowers and uplifts individuals. It shields women and girls from overwhelming sense of shame and silencing opposed by broader systemic forces. My last few points, I wanted to share with you what survivor leaders do and the ethical inclusion of survivor leadership, and also what I'm studying to be a psychologist, a forensic psychologist. But I wanted to share with you, survivors of human trafficking, we are influential leaders and we're catalysts for global change in the fight against trafficking. Our voices and experiences are essential in driving meaningful progress. We have expertise to combat human trafficking and prevent it on a local, national, or international level. Survivors have lived experience and insight into the modus operandi of traffickers, coupled with an unparalleled understanding of survivors' needs and risks they face. We can build strength and strengthen leadership in others, but we stand together to give a voice to those who have none, using our collective experience, lived experience, and unwavering commitment. We are crucial in the relentless fight against the hideous crime of human trafficking. It is now broadly recognized that the experience and perspective of survivors should play a central role in shaping anti-trafficking legislation and policy development. And furthermore, these perspectives should inform awareness campaigns, educational initiatives and training programs for first responders, as well as guide frontline support services for victims and survivors, including health professionals. For instance, the National Referral Mechanism and Related Framework. I hope I haven't gone too far over. I was a little bit nervous, but a heartfelt thank you to all of you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Petrina, for sharing your journey and telling about everyone to such an amazing presentation and tell about the healing and the healing journey as well. Could you please announce the awards, the winner? There's some names which you need to announce.
I actually, would you be so kind to announce them? Would you be so kind? Because I think my internet can't see them at the moment. I'm so sorry. I'm having a few technology issues.
It's okay, no problem. Maybe
My
we can
apologies.
get the presentation and I will announce for everyone. We have 3 more winners. Ms. Shadri Syed, Ms. Tessie Lilozui, And one more we have Miss Eman Raza. Congratulations, everyone. So let's move on to our next guest. Our next